Oh man, it feels good. It feels good. We're finally getting another 2D Mario game. You know, we haven't really had a 2D Mario game for a long time. We actually haven't had one since like 2012. I mean, we had Mario Maker and all that, but those are more games where you create stages and stuff. We haven't actually had a 2D Mario game in a long time. And this weekend we're gonna be getting Mario Wonder, which I'm going to be talking about in this video. I'm actually going to be doing a prediction video on it and telling you guys my thoughts on what we have so far and all of that. Yeah, I'm actually kind of excited about this game. But but before I go any further, if you guys want to be notified for future videos, remember to subscribe to my channel. It would really help me out a lot. It would also help you guys out too, because if you guys are subscribed, you guys will also be notified for future videos and all that. Yeah, and I'm actually really looking forward to this game. Now, personally, in my opinion, though, like new Super Mario Brothers series, honestly in my opinion, I don't think it's actually as bad as other people. A lot of other people are saying it was basically it's the same game over and over again, and I kind of agree. It kind of did overstate its welcome, especially when we got to New Super Mario Brothers U. But yes, New Super Mario Brothers U was definitely like that, because they were reusing the same backgrounds and music and all that for several games. It appeared I believe I counted they've reused it 9 times. And that's not even counting the deluxe version, because the deluxe version was basically just a port. They didn't really add much to it except Toadette and Peachette. I hear the controls were actually worse in that game than the Wii U version, but I don't know. But they've definitely used it, all that, and all. They used that stuff way too much. It kind of ran that to the ground. But despite that, I still have a hard spot for the New Super Mario Bros. Series. I still think it's a good franchise and all that. I definitely think the DS one's probably my favorite. I feel like it was the most fresh of them all, and not just because it was the original, but I felt like they added a lot of surprises and all that, in the game, but I'll probably be talking about the games down the road. But in this video, I want to talk about Super Mario Wonder, because this is the new game that comes out, and everyone seems to be happy that Nintendo is finally moving on from the New Super Mario Bros. Series. And personally, I'm excited myself to see something new. Not that, again, I didn't like I said, I like the New Super Mario Bros. Series, but I kind of want to see something a little bit new, But let's go ahead and talk about this. So Mario Wonder is definitely a new 2D Mario game that was announced, and we actually already know a lot about it. See, unlike the Mario movie and stuff like that, where they show some stuff but not a lot, we actually know a lot about this one. We know a lot. But we know a lot about it. We know some of the characters that are gonna be in it and all of that. Princess Peach is gonna be playable, and then Princess Daisy is gonna be playable. I actually noticed that Nintendo seems to be using Princess Daisy a lot more, and I like that. that was one of my complaints back when I felt like Princess Daisy was only in the sports games and all that. Like she had like no like business in like the actual games. I'm kind of glad we're able to play as her more. I believe her first playable role in a non-sports game was, I think, Super Mario Run was her first, actual playable appearance. I haven't played Super Mario Run, but I have heard, I have seen her as a playable character, but that was like her first appearance. Her first appearance as a playable character in a non-sports game that I'm aware of. Maybe she appeared before that, but I don't think she was in any other games. Like she wasn't in any Paper Mario games. She wasn't in any 3D Mario games. I think that was actually her first appearance. Before that, they were kind of using Rosalina and all that, but yeah. So we finally get Princess Daisy, and I like that. I do. However, I do have a problem with this. I think other people can agree that this is actually kind of a problem with this. See, all the characters are basically gonna play the same, except Nabbit and Yoshi. They're all gonna be basically playing the same. I mean, I guess it's they've done this before, but I don't know. It kind of, in my opinion, it kind of makes you not really want to play it. I mean, you can still play as it because they still look different. They still have different voice clips. Like even New Super Mario Bros. DS, despite it basically playing the exact same with Luigi as Mario, it's still nice to hear his different voice clips and stuff. But games like that, I kind of wish the characters played a little bit different. That's the problem with this game, is I hear they're all gonna play exactly the same. But yeah, they're gonna play all exactly the same, and I don't know, I just don't really, I don't know why they need to do that. I mean, we had games in the past where they played differently, like Mario Galaxy, they played, Mario Galaxy, they actually, if you unlock Luigi, he actually controls a lot differently. I mean, it is the same game, but they changed it up a little bit, where they make it a little harder and stuff. They don't just, have you replay the whole game as, he's more slippery and all that, and then, like Super Mario 3D World, and all that, they have, Super Mario 3D World, they have, Princess Peach can flutter, Toad's really fast, I don't know if Toad still has a use in the Switch version or not. I heard the characters are faster, but I don't know how much faster they are. But I do know because I've actually been saving because I want to play that game on the channel in the future, but I don't know, but I do know that they play differently, and then that goes for Mario 64 DS. It's the same exact thing. Luigi hovers, Yoshi can eat things, and Yoshi's always been able to eat things, but yeah, Yoshi's always been able to eat stuff, but he's never he's never been in Mario 64 DS, he was actually a playable character. He was actually it was actually, you could actually play as him, you don't have to ride on him and all that. That was kind of cool, but they've kind of done this throughout history, but Nintendo, or the people behind Mario, sometimes would make it where they're just basically playing the same game again with different characters and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's not really that interesting and all that. It kind of makes it, again, it's still cool, to have different characters and see their different looks and all that, but, because, they got different, they're different, they look different, but basically they all play as Mario. It's not really it's much of a difference, and that's kind of the problem with I feel like this game here. That's the problem. That's the problem, though. I feel like they're basically making them all play as Mario except Yoshi and Nabbit. Yoshi and Nabbit are basically gonna be, I hear they're gonna be like broken characters. They're gonna be like easy modes. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I might be the only one on this, I'm not sure, or that's talked about this stuff before. There's probably other people out there too like this, but I don't hear anybody like who actually talks about like New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe and Luigi U and all that, because Deluxe version you can play as Nabbit, but not the U version. The thing is though, Nabbit is basically just a broken character. He's not really fun to play as, really. He ain't really that fun, I'm not gonna lie. I think I played as him before. He ain't really fun. He's basically easy and all that, and he's just an easy mode. There's not really much to him. Because there's not really much to, Nabbit, honestly. It's just an easy mode and all that. He basically breaks the game. He's not really fun to play as. I'm not saying I like to have some easy levels. I don't like, always having challenging levels, because it's nice to have some easy levels here and there, but when the whole game is easy and, it's just kind of annoying, and I get that, you're probably asking me, like, isn't there, like, power-ups like this? Yeah, there's power-ups like that. There's the Invincible Tanuki suit. And then Super Mario 3D Land not only had that, they had, like, the P-Wing that sends you to the end of the level and stuff. And then, New Super Mario Bros. 2 and 3D World were the same way. And all. So they have some easy power-ups. The thing is, though, is those are power-ups. Those look different, they're not the same as characters, and you could say the same thing about characters too, but they're just different. They're basically just reskinned, they're reskinned, characters, they're reskinned, they're basically the same, they're the same, power up, but they're reskinned. Well, except the P-Wing, that one technically is that one was actually a forgotten power-up that was kind of used in 3D Land, and then they kind of just stopped using it pretty much, which is kind of a shame. It was a nice power-up, but it did take you, it basically just skipped the entire level, but it is kind of good for speed running, though, but otherwise it's not really that useful, but it is kind of still not, has cool animation and all that, but the thing is, though, is that's the thing with this, and like, they kind of, like I said, they basically, those are just power-ups that are reskinned and all that. While Nabbit is basically a brand new character and all that. It's not really that fun to play as him because he's just broken. And that's a problem. I'm gonna make him broken in this game too. And I don't like that. But I feel like I've gone a lot on the characters and all that. Let's talk about something else that there is too there's also, like, apparently some power-ups, like you turn into an elephant and all, which, honestly, is kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of like, in a way, it's kind of like Mario Odyssey, which I've never played Mario Odyssey. I've seen people play it, but I actually know a lot about it because I've seen a lot of footage of it. But I've seen Mario Odyssey and I've seen footage of Mario Odyssey, and it's kind of like that. Like, only instead of possessing stuff, you actually become it, which is pretty interesting. You basically become it. You become like elephants and all that. And also Balloon Mario Returns, which is cool. Balloon Mario hasn't been seen too much, but I don't know if he's in Mario Maker 2. I know he's in Mario Maker 1. He's in Mario Maker 1, I know that, and I think his first appearance was Super Mario World, I believe, and I played that game back in the day. That game is actually kind of hard, but it's still fun, but I remember Blue Mario kind of controlled, kind of awkward and stuff, but I know I talked about Mario 64 DS and all that, and how they controlled different. They actually had different power-ups too for each character. And that's kind of how, this was too, and all that, but, I don't know, but, But the thing is, though, is again, it's kind of. I mean, again, it's kind of cool. We get to see, different power-ups and stuff. It looks like this game's gonna have, like, brand new stuff, which is, again, cool. I like that, I like seeing that, We get to see, elephants and all that. But another thing is, it looks like it's gonna have, like, it's kind of, if you look at it, it's kind of like, it plays like a new Super Mario. I think it plays like a new Super Mario Brothers game. It has as you can see here, it has the flagpole at the end and all that. But it looks like it's gonna have combinments and different stuff from different games, which again is cool. I like that. That makes the game a lot more fun. It does make it a lot more fun. I'm not gonna lie, I had a cool idea for a Mario game, like, where they kind of did something like this, but it was actually a 3D Mario game, and this one's probably gonna be more of, I think it has a story in it and all that, like, yeah. I think this actually could be the first 2D Mario game to actually have a story. I don't know if the Super Mario Land games had that or not, I think it was just a simple, like, Mario, and I haven't played the games, but I think, like, Mario it's just something simple. It's just Mario trying to get back his place and all that Wario stole from him and all that. It's like there's not really much to it and all that, but like this looks like this could actually have an actual story. I don't know. Or it could be just like 3D World and they throw in fairy characters and have no story to it, which that was one of my complaints with 3D World. I didn't like that, but there is characters you're supposed to rescue. That's how you're playing as Peach and all that, which is cool and all that. But one thing I do know for sure, that this is probably the last thing I'm going to talk about, and then I want to talk about the prediction stuff that I have, because I don't have a lot, but that's kind of why I'm talking about this stuff too in the video, but because we already got a lot of stuff revealed, but they showed a couple trailers showing a lot of it. But I do want to say that this is the first Mario game not to feature a Charles Martinet in it. As you guys know, Charles Martinet was like retired from voicing Mario. He retired. But he retired from voicing, he basically stepped down and all that, and Nintendo hired a new voice actor. And, I hear some people don't like it, but some people do. Personally, in my opinion, though, I'm fine with this. I am fine with having someone else voice Mario. He actually does a pretty good job. It's not like the movie where they just threw a bunch of random celebrities in there that sound nothing like the characters. Like they sound I guess Toad and Bowser sound the same, but the rest of the characters don't even sound like their video game counterparts. At least this. For Mario, they're at least hiring someone that actually sounds like Mario, His impersonation for Mario is not as good. I don't remember his name, but it's not as good as Charles Martinet, but it's still really good. I still like it. Obviously, I don't think anyone's going to be able to top Charles Martinet's Mario. He has, like, the best, voice for Mario, but I do know that, I guess actually, yeah, he's the best voice for Mario. There is one, like, from the Super Mario 3 show and the Super Mario World show that was also really good, too. But I really like his voice, like, that voice, too. But I think Charles Martinet is definitely my favorite. But, yeah, unfortunately, over time, yeah, he got older and all. And you could tell his voice for Mario was not... People are saying it sounded similar. It kind of didn't sound similar to me. Like, especially when you get to 3D World and stuff, his voice, like when he fell off the cliff, his scream and all that, his Mario iconic scream, it sounded off, like, it doesn't sound as iconic as it once did, and I don't think it's just because he was getting older, or they pitched his voice, I'm not sure, but you can definitely tell his voice definitely sounded off and all that, but But yeah, basically though, I'm glad they didn't replace him with AI. Because personally, I'm not a fan of this AI technology. I'm not. I don't mind if they use AI, for, until they find another voice actor or something. But I don't feel like it's necessary for like stuff like this because especially since they can reuse clips and voice clips and stuff from Mario. But I don't know, just like I'm just not the fan of like technology and replacing people and all that because it costs people their jobs and all that, and it's just I feel like it's something that may be outlawed probably in the future because it's going to probably cause issues down the road. But well, that's for another time though. But I don't know. But I think the new voice actor does a pretty good job. A lot better than Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt's Mario it's all right, but again, it's not his fault. It's just like it's more so they hired like they hired like so it's Hollywood hired a bunch of actors to to voice the Nintendo characters instead of actually having other people doing it. I mean, I guess they could have they could have had Chris Pratt actually do his Italian voice, but it could have been probably because they did do it in the they teased it in like the video they were doing on the movie, but they didn't actually keep it. So that probably was a middle finger to people who were a fan of it. But again, that could have been more so Nintendo illumination, just like not wanting to do it. But I don't know. But anywho, let's go ahead and talk about the predictions I could have for this game here. I don't have a lot because they kind of revealed a lot of stuff already, but I do know that they had a in this I know that in the past games we've had a secret world that you can unlock at the end of the game. You can actually, unless it's 3D world and then they throw, or 3D world or 3D land, and they throw a crap ton of worlds at you at the end of the game. But usually they have at least one world. Super Mario Galaxy 2 had one world after you beat the game. So did the new Super Mario Bros. Series. Well, not DS, that was before they started doing that, but Super Mario World had that and all that. So they've had secret worlds and stuff forever, but those are just examples. But they've had, my point is they've had them a lot. So it's possible they could have a secret world in this game too. They could have a secret world in this game too. And all that. I'm not sure what the secret world could be. I have a feeling that you could end up going to space. I have a feeling that could be a case because it looks like this game here. It looks like all the worlds are kind of the same. Still, they're it's a grass and I don't know about desert, but I do know there's like some water stages and stuff. So I'm assuming there's probably gonna be a water world in this game and all that. But I don't know all the worlds that'll be in this game. But I do know those were some. But those are examples. And another thing I think they can probably do is I have a feeling there could be unlockable characters in this game. I think there could be unlockable characters. New Super Mario Bros. Well, the new Super Mario Bros. Series didn't really have that and all that. They didn't really have unlockable characters. But like Super Mario, 3D World did. They had Rosalina. Rosalina could be in this game. I don't know, but she could be in this game. And then there's also we already know Daisy's in the game. I'm assuming Daisy's already gonna be playable. I think I could be wrong. They could just show her and all to get people hyped, and she doesn't appear till later in the game. But there's also stuff like I don't know. There's also Wario and Waluigi. I don't know if they'll use Waluigi. In my opinion, Nintendo doesn't seem to really care much about Waluigi. I'll be happy if he ever becomes playable in a non-sports game, but I don't know. I mean we had Daisy, but I don't know. Waluigi's just, Waluigi, unlike Daisy, Waluigi's been absent in a lot of sports games. I'm not sure maybe if it's rights issues or not, but I know Mario Kart 7, they could have added him, but they didn't add him. They added his pinball level, but they didn't add him for some stupid reason. Like, what's the point of having his pinball level in a Mario Kart game and not having, actually him in it, It doesn't make much sense, but I don't know. I can see Wario being a playable character, though. I can see that. But I don't know. But I mean, that could be too why they may only have why they all play the same, because they probably don't. There's probably too many characters. I don't know, but that may, because Super Mario 3D World, there was only 5 characters, while there's we've already have 2 Toads, Princess Peach, Daisy, Mario, and Luigi in here. So I don't know, but we also have Yoshi too and all that. But I don't know, but I can totally see there being more characters, and we can see there's coins and all that. There's 3 circles and all that. So, but I think this is. I don't think this is some star coins, but it looks like we might collect something like star coins, which is cool and all that. I kind of like the star coin gimmick. That was something the new Super Mario Bros. Series began. Now, there was the Dragon coins in Super Mario World back in the Super NES days, but that wasn't really much to that. I spent a long time wondering what the heck collecting those even did. Apparently, it gives you a fancy screen and all that, which I guess is kind of interesting and all that, but it's not really that necessary to collect. They actually bring star coins in New Super Mario Bros. DS, and they're actually, really useful to collect. They're actually stuff that actually appears down the road. Even in Super Mario 3D Land, we get star medals. They're not star coins, they're star medals. I'm not sure why they call them something different. I guess because maybe you have to use them to actually unlock levels. You gotta use it in the DS and all that, the DS and the other games too. But maybe it's just because you have to unlock castles and stuff actually at the end of the world. I don't know why they're called medals and not star coins, but I don't know. But even Super Mario Galaxy did this, which personally, in my opinion, I don't like that they added that. I don't like how they added star. That's not star. Comet medals. Those were kind of unnecessary in my opinion. It's cool to have something else to collect in the level, but I felt like it was just unnecessary in that game, because you're already collecting star bits and coins and all that. Why do you need to collect, comet medals too? But I don't know. But I'm not sure what you'll be using these for. It could be to maybe you're using them to buy stuff. I don't know, or maybe purchase, unlock stuff. I don't know, but I do know there's also coins. I wonder if you coins, you can collect coins, and those you could probably use to buy stuff. That was something they did at Super Mario Wonder. Super Mario Run. They did that. You had to actually collect coins and stuff to buy stuff, which was cool. It's something I wish that New Super Mario Bros. 2 and U did. New Super Mario Bros. U did something with the coins, but then U completely dumped the whole cool idea and didn't expand it. They just they buried it in the ground and all that. So yeah. New Super Mario Bros. 2 was like Super Mario World, where you just unlock a background and all that. But in my opinion, I can't really say that if it's better than Super Mario World, because I don't know, that game, I don't know, you just find the dragon coins throughout the game, and they're hidden sometimes. But I think collecting coins might be more fun. I don't know, but it's still something, I guess. But I don't know, But I don't know, but we could use coins to buy stuff. There's a lot of stuff. I also know King Boo appears in this game. I saw a clip on King Boo, so he appears in this game. Or not a clip, I saw an image, so he appears in this game. So I'm wondering if we're gonna see maybe the Bomb King, or maybe we're gonna see a Wiggler boss fight or something like that. So there might be a mixture between original bosses and and like Mario bosses. I don't know. Super Princess Peach did this. They had like, but I think I don't know if they actually had original bosses too or not. I can't remember, but I do know they had King Boo, Petey, and a Wiggler boss fight. Those are examples, but I haven't played that game. I've only seen footage of it, but I do know they had some Mario bosses in there. So I don't know, but overall, though, yeah, there's a lot. I guess there is a lot of ideas that could be in this game, but I don't know. I think one last thing I want to say here is maybe there's well, one last thing I want to talk about is the music. I don't know if there'll be remixes or there'll be there will be. I think there's going to be some original tracks, but I don't know if it's going to be like New Super Mario Bros. U, where they basically replace like the old world and athletic theme that were great in the first couple games, and basically, in my opinion, I mean, some people I hear like the music. In my opinion, I think it's weaker and not as catchy as the athletic and overworld theme, the different versions they used in the first three New Super Mario Bros. Games. But the rest of it, they replaced it with they basically just they ripped off the Wii soundtrack and all that, and it was pathetic. It was really pathetic. But I don't know. I was not a fan of the soundtrack there. Not saying the Wii soundtrack is bad, but I'm like the DS. I mean the fact they got rid of the athletic and overall theme and basically replaced it with and they basically just replaced that stuff, but left the other stuff. It's just kind of, I'm like, why did they just leave, why would they just remix the athletic theme again and all that? I don't get it, but I don't know, but overall, like I said, they can probably do some interesting stuff with this. They could, but I don't know. I mean, the music, like I said, they also have online too and all that, which on the online features, I'm not really the biggest fan of them because, I mean, it's cool to play online with people, but the problem is it never lasts. They usually have it for a little while, and then the next console and all that, they just get rid of it. I'm not sure what they're going to do with the Switch. I have a feeling they make another Switch. I don't know, but the online features are not going to last and all that forever, and I'm just not really a fan of it. Because they could do what they did with the Wii. Because the Wii U, although the Wii U was a different version of the Wii. Like, I have a feeling they're going to do it with the Switch, which it could be a bad thing because the Wii U was a failure despite it being a really good console. They could just shut down the online features for the original part, and I don't know. I mean there is the shop stuff too, so they could probably keep the online feature going that way, but I don't know. I'm just like I said, I don't know. I mean, again, it probably won't function exactly the same, or I don't know. I mean, I guess it kind of will, but kind of won't. I don't know. It's just, again, it's kind of annoying when they do this kind of stuff. I mean, I get that it costs money and all that, but I feel like they could do another way to keep this stuff running or something. I don't know, because other people go back and play older consoles all the time. Like I know so many people that I know do this stuff and all that, but heck, I still have my DSi and all that, and I kind of wish there was online features for it too and all that, but I don't know. But that's basically all I have to say here. I'm gonna go ahead and probably let things go from here. If you guys have any prediction videos, let me know in the comments below. And I'm gonna go ahead and let things go because I gotta go check on my dog. He's outside going potty and all that, and I think he wants inside, so I'm gonna let him inside. So, see you all next time. Bye-bye.